Welcome back, Focus Learners. Today we're looking at something that has just been quietly sitting in spice cabinets for generations, but is now drawing some really serious attention from the scientific community. Okay, let's dive into this. We're breaking down the anatomy of a massive viral morning remedy, the science of clove and lemon water. We're going to explore exactly why this combination works so well, how it actually affects your body, and the precise way you need to prepare it to get the benefits.
To really understand why this matters, we have to look at a completely astonishing experiment. Get this. Recently, researchers in a small Asian laboratory took a single drop of clove extract mixed with lemon juice and placed it right next to a culture of living human cells. And what they observed under the microscope was so staggering, they actually had to repeat the experiment 3 separate times just to be absolutely sure. The antioxidant activity was so strong that the scientists themselves literally described it as remarkable.
So, here is our roadmap for today's explainer. We'll kick things off with that scientific discovery, move right into the secret of their synergy, track the minute-by-minute timeline of what happens in your body, look at the long-term benefits, go over the perfect preparation blueprint, and finally, we'll cover the crucial mistakes you absolutely have to avoid.
Let's start right off with that surprising scientific discovery and the science behind the ingredients themselves.
First up is the clove, which is just the dried flower bud of a tropical tree. But inside that tiny brown bud is a powerhouse compound called eugenol. Lab research has actually measured eugenol as one of the most powerful natural antioxidants per gram on the planet. I mean, it far surpasses many of the fruits and herbs we typically think of for antioxidants. When you ingest it, eugenol goes right to work, gently calming inflammation. It supports a healthy balance of bacteria in your gut, it aids your liver function, and it promotes healthy circulation. And the best part? It does all of this incredibly gently with a long, proven history of safe use.
Now, let's bring in the second ingredient to see how this builds our remedy, the lemon. You know, we always think of lemon as just a quick vehicle for vitamin C, but it is so much more than that. It contains citric acid, flavonoids, and this really fascinating compound called D-limonene. D-limonene is heavily studied for its role in supporting the liver's natural detox pathways. Plus, lemon water gently wakes up your digestion first thing in the morning, making sure that your food actually moves properly through your system later on, instead of just sitting heavy in your gut.
Now, what's really interesting is how these two work together. Let's talk about the secret of synergy and unlocking the medicine.
Think of this whole process like a lock and a key. If you just toss a clove into regular water, your body is only going to absorb a tiny, tiny fraction of that eugenol. The healing oils basically stay locked tightly inside the bud, because water alone simply cannot pull them out efficiently. But when the lemon's acid meets the warm clove water, boom, it acts as the exact key you need. A very quiet chemical reaction kicks off. The acid breaks open the oils, the eugenol is fully released, and suddenly your body can absorb a significantly higher amount of it than it ever could from just a clove sitting in water alone.
And that is the perfect illustration of synergy. 2 ingredients completely amplifying each other. Because once that eugenol is unlocked, it actually returns the favor to the lemon. It helps protect the vitamin C from breaking down too quickly in the really harsh, acidic environment of your stomach. So it ensures that way more of that vital vitamin C reaches your bloodstream completely alive and active. It's an incredible secret that's literally been hiding in plain sight in our spice cabinets.
Okay, let's shift gears and look at the minute-by-minute timeline, because the immediate effects are super fascinating. Chronologically, here's exactly what happens in your first 30 minutes. Right at the 1-minute mark, the warm liquid coats your mouth and your stomach, leaving this incredibly clean, fresh feeling. By minute 5, the eugenol starts gently calming the smooth muscles of your stomach, while that citric acid wakes up your resting digestive juices. If you're someone who wakes up feeling bloated, this is right about where you'll feel what a lot of people describe as a quiet sigh of relief in the belly. That's the eugenol interacting with your gut lining to balance out the helpful and harmful bacteria. By 10 minutes, the morning fog lifts and a really clean energy rises. And by 30 minutes, these compounds are reaching your liver, giving it the gentle, consistent support it so rarely gets.
And I really want to highlight the contrast here. Think about our typical morning stimulants, right? You get that wild, jittery rush of a strong coffee, or that sharp, fast jolt from a sugary pastry. But this clean clove energy is totally different. It's characterized by a calm, focused alertness. It's just a gentle rise that sharpens your thinking and wakes you up, completely skipping that inevitable mid-morning crash.
So that's the short term, but let's zoom out and look at the long-term body benefits over days, weeks, and months.
The compounding effects are genuinely remarkable. After just 1 day, your morning digestion is going to feel much more complete.
By day 3, people often report steadier blood sugar, and they notice that typical, nagging 4 p.m. cookie craving just kind of fades away on its own. After a week, the body just feels quieter. The stiffness that usually greets you when you get out of bed takes much less time to fade. Jump to a month, and because your skin is literally a mirror of your liver's health, it begins to look noticeably brighter. And after 3 months, you might find that your overall wellness markers, like steadier energy and smoother digestion, might even pleasantly surprise your doctor. And that's all without having to do any crazy extreme dieting.
So, the crucial point is, how do we actually make this without messing it up? Let's go over the perfect preparation method.
Here's your exact blueprint. Step 1. Heat about 250 milliliters of clean water, that's roughly a standard mug, so it's warm. Think comfortable tea temperature, but never ever boiling. Step 2. Lightly crush your whole cloves. Step 3, and listen, this is the one everybody forgets. Cover the cup with a small saucer and let it steep for 7 to 10 minutes. This is absolutely critical because the healing oils are highly volatile. If you don't trap them, they will literally evaporate right out of the cup with the steam. Finally, step 4, squeeze in half of a fresh, real lemon. You're going to want to drink this slowly on a completely empty stomach as the very first thing that enters your body in the morning.
Actually, hold on. I want to pause on this number right here. 2. You only need 2 whole, dried cloves, not 3. Definitely not 5. When it comes to a dosage of this potency, more is absolutely not better. Just 2 whole cloves is the exact right signal for your body.
Now, moving right along to the final section, let's talk about the crucial mistakes to avoid so you can protect the remedy.
9 out of 10 people make these exact mistakes the first time they try it. First, using boiling water. If the water is actively bubbling when you pour it, the high heat breaks down the eugenol and completely destroys the vitamin C. It has to be warm, not hot. Second mistake, adding sugar or honey. I know it's tempting, but adding sweeteners ruins the delicate blood sugar balancing effect we just talked about. If the drink is too sharp, just use less lemon until your taste buds naturally adjust. And finally, using ground clove powder. Ground clove loses almost all of its crucial, locked-in essential oils within just a few months of being ground up. You have to use whole cloves for sure.
Now, it's also absolutely vital to note a few medical considerations here. While this is an incredibly gentle wellness routine, eugenol does have mild blood-thinning effects. So if you're taking blood-thinning medications, you definitely need to consult your doctor before starting this. Likewise, if you suffer from a stomach ulcer or strong acid reflux, start really cautiously with maybe only a quarter of a lemon to see how your body handles it. For this explainer, we always want to impartially remind you that your personal doctor is your absolute best resource for your specific medical needs.
As we wrap up, I want to leave you with this incredible thought from our source material today. You are not too old. You are not too sick. Your body has not given up on you. It is waiting every single morning for the right signal. I just love that. This humble, ancient little drink is truly one of the kindest, most effective signals you can send a body that is just fighting the daily wear and tear of aging.
So I'll leave you with this question to chew on today. What does your body need most right now? Is it better digestion, less morning pain, maybe a clearer mind to start the day? Turn that vague heaviness into a clear, actionable goal. Let us know your answer down in the comments. Thank you so much for joining us for this explainer. Keep learning, stay focused, and I will catch you in the next one.